Yo, Ethan, I'm gonna ask you what your favorite SpongeBob quote is and test you on your childhood.
Listen up. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear some noise.
The Giga Chad himself, he's going.
That is him.
Wow. Welcome to Overwatch, if anyone can hear us. I'm assuming it's transition to us.
Versus Red River Rico.
Woo! Lucas is currently doing the introductions. I'm assuming / hoping you all can hear it.
Sounds we are going to be going into the Overwatch Championship here very soon.
Yeah. Looking like they're
we have.
Oh, they're still getting introduced.
Jake and Alex.
Woo! Yeah, we'll just applaud from here. Woo! We'll be the energy for the stream. Woo!
Woo!
That was so pitiful.
For your Devil's Lake varsity, on support, we have Landon and Elisha. On DPS, we have Jay and Colin.
They're going crazy.
I can hear it. I can hear it.
Yeah.
Malcolm and Reese.
As soon as these players are done being introduced, we're going to be doing the switch over to the game view.
We shall take it over.
Can I call it heads or tails? Heads. Heads or tails? Let's see it.
Heads or tails. I go for tails.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
We got Carter flipping the coin. I'm betting on tails.
Goes to the recon.
It was heads.
God, it was heads.
I'm not a gambling man. Not a gambling. So Red River Recon's getting their map selection. What map do you think they're gonna go for, Stefan?
Honestly, I have a good feeling Red River Recon might be able to pull it through. What about you? What are your thoughts? Who's your team that you're gonna be rooting
I think
for?
they're gonna go for Helios.
Helios.
Yeah, what about you? Which one do you think they're gonna go for?
Honestly, Helios is kind of like the basic map, but you know, there's a lot of positives about it.
He's opening Google right now. This is completely forfeit. How did you know what I was doing? Hang on a second.
Dorado.
I think they're gonna go for Blizzard World. That's an amazing map. Blizzard World.
I mean, it might be a.
Is that even a map? Is that even a map?
I don't think so.
So we are firing Ethan from our caster group. Hanamura. I like that one. I actually do like that one. I remember that one.
I'm a Route 66 or a Temple of Anubis gamer myself.
As you can tell, we are not very finesse with Overwatch, but we have Lucas coming in to carry the casting, and we will be back whenever our games start. So thank you guys for tuning in, and we'll see you when we start up.
Yeah, hopefully with you know, better map coordination. And the math knowledge. You just, I'm a season 1, season 2 veteran.
Same. Yeah, I haven't played since then, so it's been.
I'm an old dog.
I don't know. Mic test 1 2. Mic test 1 2. What's up, guys?
Temple of Anubis. I'm just saying, one of the best maps ever created.
True.
Very heavily defender sided.
Yeah, you get that big choke and the
mic test 1 2. What's up, casters? Campo checking in.
What's up, Lucas?
What's up?
I'm
Campo?
hyped for this game, man. This is the culmination of the entire season. What we've worked for. I'm very proud of each one of these kids. This game's gonna be awesome.
Yep, I'm excited to see it too.
In the stream here, we're doing good.
They should be able to. We might have had some audio difficulties there, but it's all good.
Hey, so quick question for you. What map are you looking for in this map selection?
Lijiang Tower. They're using the Lunar New Year skin, it looks like.
Oh. You're keeping it fancy. Now, what? I have no clue. Okay, there we go.
Hey, let's get right into it.
What sided map is this? Is this an attackers, defenders? What are we looking at?
So control map has a set point in the middle of the map in which neither team is attacking or defending. They have to fight for control over the map. And then once they have control over the point, then that team is either the defense or the attack. Right? So if you have control, then you're defending the point, maintaining that control.
Gotcha.
I'm hyped for this, fellas. This is going to be a good game.
This is going to be an absolutely fantastic game. I'm excited to see it happen.
As the kids say, this is going to be an absolute bussin' banger.
Absolutely.
I
So
don't think I've ever heard a kid say
with
that.
the last few seconds we have, I'm going to look at the team comp here. I'm
Go
not
ahead,
seeing.
explain,
Okay.
each team's strong suits.
So most of the team comps within Overwatch are mostly gauged around the tanks. So if you notice that Heisenberg and Rockefeller, they're running they were running Ryan Zarya. Now they're doing the Ryan Diva. It looks like blue team Red River Recon there has a lot of really close range brawly characters. This first clash is happening really fast. They use the Symmetra TP right out the gate. First pick goes to.
I believe that is Red River Recon.
Absolutely.
Getting the first 3 or 4 picks. Oh.
Looks like they annihilated that fight there.
Yeah, when we look at team comps, is Reaper a very good pick in higher competitive levels of play?
So the way I describe Overwatch is kind of more a rock paper scissors. So like it's he's good in certain situations, right?
Yeah.
So Recon going with the, I think they actually just swapped off the Reap. No, they still have Reap.
Yeah.
They swapped in the Bastion for the Junk.
Yep.
So it's not necessarily bad. It's completely situational. So if you have someone on the enemy team like a Wrecking Ball or someone who needs to get in close to get value, that Reaper can be really
can shred them,
good
right?
counter pick, right?
Yeah.
So that's the big part of this game, is looking for those counter picks.
Yep.
And you can see the skill of Devil's Lake Varsity right here, holding this choke point, very advanced positioning. It's going to be really hard to get through this choke without taking a ton of damage. That's exactly what they're going for.
This looks to be a huge feat in front of them just to get through this first door.
Exactly. And that's a really advanced play right
all
there.
The defense
Crazy charge by Heisenberg. He's just not getting punished. Incredible. Yeah, they're holding that first choke really hard. Can't say it's a bad play at all. After all, I did teach him how to do that, you know. No.
Hey, that's
Blue's
impressive
gonna have
enough.
to pull something off here pretty soon to make this.
Lucio with the environmental on Winston. Yeah, so I think that
already at 75%.
So I think that something that Red River could really do here that would benefit is using nice block off the Diva Bomb, though. That was a good Sigma barrier. I think that's something that could really help them pull ahead here, is using alternative routing. They just keep funneling into that choke. And Devil's Lake Varsity just has so much spam damage with that Hanzo, with the Sim turrets. That choke, just walking straight through, you're just going to get killed over and over. Sigma's going to have his ult online, but he's very low. First point goes to DL Varsity. Wow. Incredible.
Absolute domination there.
Incredible.
Wow.
They are an absolutely amazing show of skill.
Devil's Lake Varsity are exceptional players at this game, and I want everybody watching to know that these kids are very good. They're better than me. Which, it isn't saying much, but yeah.
Considering the level of the ability, wow, English is hard. Considering the ability that they're able to hold back the what was it, DLHS, and their spawn is extremely impressive. I mean, you really don't see that a lot when you're solo queuing or when you're playing with a team.
Especially not at a finals level at a tournament like this. I think that the Sim might actually do a lot of work here for Recon. They both have Sim. It's whoever can get set up first. 2 environmentals for Devil's Lake Varsity. That's going to let them set on point, and it's going to be very difficult for Recon to retake this with Symmetra on these type of close range. Huge environmentals off Lucio.
He got a boop, and then Lucio falls off himself.
Incredible boops.
Sacrificial boop.
Alex answering his own right there with his own boop with Farah.
Looking like
now, for someone who's not as accustomed to Overwatch, you explain a boop point. The boop of booping someone off the map, I would assume.
There's another one off Speedwagon.
There we go. Now we see what it is.
That was exactly. I didn't have to describe it. That was it right there.
It's almost as if they can hear us and they showcased it for us.
So another one that I saw.
Yeah, I know, right?
Wow.
Yeah, you can just see the proficiency of Devil's Lake Varsity. It's very impressive how skilled these guys are at this game. They have such great synergy. But a boop is I would say a community term for Lucio's, what I forget what the actual term is because I just use boop. I'm having brain fog right now. Yeah, it's one of his abilities, right, of his kit. But
It's when you right click, right, with the
yeah,
mouse.
yep. But I'm so accustomed to just saying boop, I'm blanking right now on the actual name of the ability.
Yeah,
It's one of his abilities that
looks like a lot of map hazards here,
Yep.
so I really like to see that. I
one of
love
his best
map
maps.
hazards.
Control maps are
Oh, yeah.
famous for having a lot of environmental hazards. Red team just
See that in a lot of
completely
the,
asserting dominance.
there's
Another environmental.
It just feels like everything's so spread out. It doesn't feel like there's any rhyme or reason to anything. Very chaotic.
Yeah, it's hard to kind of explain this could be a big deal.
Oh, we got a diva.
He gets a single pick off the healer.
He got the mercy,
and
though.
with the
the mercy
remake, he
down.
demexed the enemy diva.
Wow. Okay. I mean, considering this is one of Lucio's best maps, I'd love to see more boops.
Well, especially
So much
Speedwagon
wall
throughout the
riding for his
season.
passive.
Speedwagon throughout the season.
Takes down the mercy again. It looks like.
He has demonstrated his proficiency with Lucio. He plays a very interesting Lucio. He runs more of a DPS, very aggressive, high aggro,
Yep.
just to take people out of the fight. If I've actually asked him about his thought process, and he actually actively looks to take people out of the fight by distracting them, making a 6v6, a 4v6 if two of the enemy teammates come after him. The first round's gonna go to
Look at
DL
that.
Varsity. Fantastic round.
That was an
Absolute
absolute
domination on both
domination.
Absolute
there.
domination on DL Varsity.
I like the googly eyes. I like this.
Let's see this play of the game as Heisenberg. The googly eyes are because of it's April 1st, April Fool's Day. Blizzard does this every year.
What a perfect day.
Triple.
Oh, yeah,
Wow.
he popped off here.
And he gets the
Monkey going
environmental
monkey.
here, I think. Yep.
And he
Incredible.
dropped, yeah, and he knocked him.
Fantastic POTG.
Monkey.
That
to
board
monkey.
just completely dominated by DL
indeed.
Varsity.
Now, is there anything they can specifically do to try and come back and show more strength as Red River Recon? Because it seems like DLHS just completely took over this match.
Absolutely. So the biggest thing that I could see. Give me 1 second here.
Of course.
Not a problem. We will be patiently waiting.
Would be double patiently waiting. How about that?
They'll be switching
Okay,
up to. They'll be switching it up to.
That was unnecessary.
They'll be switching up to escort now as a game mode. So.
Okay.
Escort, is that
okay.
for the payload, like in TF2?
Yes, exactly.
was
There's a
so.
payload you have to escort from point A to point B. I'm actually
I
gonna
gotcha.
take our caster's live feed
A
here.
little bit of a different
Gotcha.
objective of the
Perfect.
game mode, switching it up. Now, are there a lot of map hazards on these types of game modes as well, or is this going to be more of a standard? And we're not going to see as many boops, basically.
Yeah, right. So there's a lot less environmental hazards on escort. What you're kind of looking for is more complete objective control, right? So you get control of the payload, and then the idea with Overwatch that a lot of people get mixed up is that you want to assert your control over the payload. So you don't necessarily want fights to happen on the payload because then you just lose it right away, right? So
Yep.
you would gain control and then push for space a little bit. And depending on who's on defense for first round, we'll be able to see pushing for space. You'll notice that a lot of the higher level players.
Anyone you know are missing a blue iPhone or a set of car keys with a golden dragon, please go
That's
to
not
the
good.
door.
All right, so if anybody on stream is missing a blue iPhone or a golden dragon, we got it here for you. So let us know.
Yo, what's up, Muji? Thanks for the recognition in the chat.
Ooh, phenomenal pick. A little Cole Cassidy action. My favorite hero in the game.
A little bit
I
of
just have
Cole
to say.
Cassidy. I still call him McCree to this day, man.
It's
I
so
make so
sick.
I miss.
I had to
I'm
think
trying.
about that one.
I'm trying.
All right, so what do you think they can change here to make a much better show of strength to compete with DLHS? Because it just seemed like an absolute overrunning of.
I do like the hit scan because we have 2 hit scan into an echo. That actually might be really big for Red River Recon. If they can shut down this echo while she's flying, this could be big value, which we might see right now.
Oh, yeah.
Very close though. He's very low. Winston diving in. I think that their answers to the dive comps that DL Varsity likes to run, it's very difficult. They're very, very
Now,
proficient divers. But you'll notice right here exactly what I was talking about, where they only have 1 or 2 guys on the cart, while the rest of them are starting to fight away from it to get space, right? You can get all the elims.
Those aggressive plays going.
Absolutely.
Now,
you can get all the elims in the world, but if you don't push the cart, it doesn't matter in a game like Overwatch.
Now, can I
Two
ask you
big
a
picks
quick
for Red River
lore
Recon. Like I
question?
said, the hit scans right there. Exactly what I was talking about.
I need to ask you one quick lore question. Isn't this the map that the infamous Cloud9 happened on? Little Junkertown?
I don't remember if it was Junkertown, but it sounds right. It sounds right. I don't watch a lot of recreational esports, even though I should. But the C9 term did come from Overwatch. Yes, sir.
It did indeed. Would you like to explain that real quick?
You go for it, man. I think that you have a better idea on it than I do.
So the idea that performing at Cloud9 is that during one of these payload maps, the time was so low and it was so close to the point that the opponents who were holding Cloud9 were holding the objective, and as the time was so close to completing, they had one opponent on the enemy team end up sneaking behind the entire
we got a boo.
Cloud9 front line, and then ending up winning the game.
Well, we got the boop that we were looking for, everyone.
Okay.
And there's
Cassidy
a
coming through.
double. We had the nanovisor big value double kill with the Cassidy. Absolutely great. High noon, great res on point. They're gonna have to pressure that Genji off their Mercy.
Yeah.
Mercy's just getting ran down by that Genji. I can just hear the comms just begging for peels, you know. So the Bastion I actually like less than the. I think they were running Soldier. I think that Bastion is going to suffer really heavily into a team comp of really proficient players since he's immobile.
Mm-hmm.
That was actually a pretty good.
Bastion.
That was actually a pretty good defense round for Red River. They were holding pretty good for a couple of the fights there.
I was gonna say that it seems like they're doing a lot better on a payload map as opposed to a control point.
Absolutely. So on defense, they just want to run the clock. So the more time that they can expend, the better.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of the defense Bastion. I was more so hoping to see the attack side Bastion where he would just sit on point and the entire
the
team
pirate
would just put
ship,
shield
for
around
sure.
him. Oh yeah.
Now, like similar to our Reaper question earlier, how does Bastion fare in higher levels of play? Do we see Bastion a lot, or as a newer player myself, I was always under the impression that it was more of it could be outplayed very easily. That's still true here.
So Bastion is actually the lowest picked hero in the game, because he's immobile. So the game, has so many heroes centered around mobility. He has the lowest pick rate because he just gets obliterated if everybody focuses him.
That makes perfect sense.
On paper, it looks like he has like the best DPS, but he doesn't because he's just. Oh my!
Yeah.
The triple high noon on Cassidy for dump
Deadeye.
truck.
Genji
Jaded
just
cleaning
going
it up.
insane there.
Emoting on point.
Yeah.
Wow, and like I
They're
said,
really just
another
emo
advanced
through
tech. They're sitting here. They're going to keep a few people on cart, and they're going to start a fight away from
Keep
it.
that spacing
Because
we were talking about
that
earlier.
defense needs to touch to run that clock, and if you start a fight away, they just can't touch. 4 minutes. I mean, it's
Yeah.
definitely doable. It's definitely doable. Especially this point is definitely defender-sided on Junkertown, like this last point. But if they keep staggering this team, I don't
chasing
know.
them down into their spawn. basically here.
Absolutely.
They're not
Absolutely
really pushing
incredible.
the objective themselves. They finally got one on there. They're all pushing it as a collective. Now, tell me if I'm wrong, but I believe the amount of speed doesn't increase after 3, correct?
Yep, it caps at 3. So 3 is the fastest moving cart that you can possibly get.
Got it.
I'm anxious to see this shatter. I feel because Blue has
Looks like he's definitely looking for it.
the alt economy is definitely in Recon's favor. Bastion getting a
Going
pick.
through. Wow.
Got
Wow,
a huge
they got
wombo
Genji
combo.
ult coming out here.
Genji, Blade, and Moira alt invested.
Just completely annihilated.
Oh, looking like
Huge
Rockefeller
combo.
swapping to a Wrecking Ball. One of my favorite heroes in the game.
I don't mind the ball. 2 picks for Recon and a res. It's actually winnable.
We're right at the end here. And
Big
we got
shatter.
the hammer
There's
down.
that
Big shatter. That allows Bastion to mop them up. They have 2 minutes and
Get 'em
40
off
seconds
the
that they have to
point
hold here.
It's nice to see some life come out after with that Earth Shatter.
And actually, if you look at the alt economy, they're not doing too poorly. I mean, they still have 3 on Recon side, and Varsity has, or Devil's Lake Varsity has, they just invested Monkey alt, but they also have High Noon available to them.
Looks like it's going to be a really hard hold for them.
The
here.
Flux High
Taking
Noon
off
could be
would
huge,
amazing.
though.
Cole Cassidy versus Cole Cassidy.
Oh, we got a
Right.
nice
Oh,
almost
wow,
out of the
just
net.
popping off here. D-Max Diva gets a pick on the enemy Cassidy. Huge immortality. Fantastic, fantastic
Trying
immort.
to hold on for
Saves
dear
his
life
life.
here, it looks like.
Oh, and he goes
Gets
down.
It's
off
just
of
not enough. It's just not enough. Monkey's very low, though. This is very
Reinhardt
even fight right
keeping
here.
that
They're
point.
keeping that point alive. The High Noon invested.
oh,
There goes
pushing it
Mercy.
in.
Able to do it, it looks
I
like.
don't think
It's
anybody
like
can
they're gonna
touch.
Be able to take it.
Yeah,
somebody
that's it.
touched, and
That's,
it
that's
goes.
theirs.
That's it.
Fantastic round. Now we're going to see DL Varsity on attack. Or sorry, DL Varsity on defense. They're going to swap sides.
I'm really hoping that they're gonna be able to clinch up and get 3 as well. I really want to see
I would love
close
to
ending.
I would love to see a close ending to this, of course. But like I said many times, and even if you talk to the Recon guys, everybody in the Fenworks program just knows how exceptional Devils Lake Varsity has been throughout the season. They actually went undefeated, so.
Wow.
Yeah, that's very impressive to see.
It seems like a lot of pressure from the other team to try to give them something to fight for, you know?
Absolutely.
Try to give them that hard fight for the win.
We have 30 seconds to set up here.
Perfect.
Alrighty. As I
As,
see them through the wall here, quite a far away, but I can see
As
the silhouette.
as the camera is still on point 3.
I'm gonna need to get
Oh,
my
go.
bifocals here. I'm not able to see that far. All right, there we go. We're back in. All right.
Yeah.
Putting the binoculars away. All right.
Yeah. I said the word magnify, and it just happened to go closer and high resolution.
Magician, you are.
Yes.
Yoda, I am.
You ask and you shall receive. That's what they always say. And now we're getting right into our match.
Ooh, the Symmetra.
Sim
with
turrets
the
right out the
turrets
gate.
on. Does tell me if I'm wrong. Does Symmetra still have her microwave as her auto attack?
We just had Ryan split off from his group.
The May just
no.
absolutely wrecked them.
Ooh,
The far end of this is actually pretty good. They don't really have an answer to it besides the Ana.
Now my question to you is it Farah or Farah?
Honestly, man, I
Uh-oh.
mispronounce a lot of stuff all the time anyway, so I'm not the person to ask.
Getting into the
I'm gonna go
Overwatch
with
GIF or
Farah.
GIF here.
Yeah, I mean,
Double
can you
for
really
the
argue
Rhine.
that?
I'm a Farah
This,
gamer.
this might get them some space that they're looking for here. Tried to cut him off again, but it just wasn't enough.
Still going through. They're holding up a.
We're looking at the
solid
alt
offense.
economy. The Recon are actually charging their alts much faster.
Yeah, this is looking really
Not
nice. I'm
quite
liking
able
to
get
see how
that
this
May
goes.
right away.
The Farah alt might be huge. I would have liked to see Mercy pop
Reinhardt
hers
going
as soon as
down.
she gets it. Big Sig alt.
Oh
He's gonna be
yeah.
able to
And
get any
that
picks from
definitely
it.
stops him there. Recon's gonna have to regroup after that.
It was a nice sleep from Ana at least.
So now,
nice
now we
support,
have
Shatter.
now we have a Shatter online for Varsity. Moira's alt about to come online. Yeah.
Throwing the gravity balls at the Mercy. Unable to get the pick on her though.
Very close though. Very close.
Yeah, Mercy's alt in general is just more of a throwaway, just like, little extra heals or a little extra damage.
Yep.
I like to use it off of cooldown, but it looks
Cole
like we have
Cassidy
5
and
alts
an
online
Ashe.
with the Sig alt.
Okay.
Looking for the
Sigalt's going
shatter
up.
here, it looks like.
Slam down. There's the Shatter on
We see
Varsity.
the shatter.
The shield coming through on both
See if
sides.
they can make something work with it. Not quite.
Reinhardt
Recon
dashing
just
in.
getting picked off before they can invest their counter alts. They have 5 online. 5 online, and there's only 1 for Varsity. Alt
Is Moira
economy is
that
definitely in
strong, though?
Recon's favor. Moira's I would classify as kind of a throwaway too. Use it to confirm a kill or heal someone up a little faster than normal. Or maybe to keep yourself alive even.
Is it both of her abilities, the healing and the damage, all in one?
Yep.
When she uses her ultimate.
It damages
Alright.
enemies and heals teammates. We might see a big shatter here off Pen. His barriers, he's just
Look for
getting
that
deleted.
shatter.
Too
Yeah,
fast.
yeah.
Too
Bombs
fast.
coming through.
Too much damage.
Now, asking that
Bob
same question
suck.
kind of in a reverse way, what are the best like the most gameplay making ultimates here that we would see from each team?
The biggest gameplay making
Obviously,
ultimate
Ryan
is
Shatter,
Sig Alt. Sig Alt, hands down.
Siguld.
Sig Alt, and you know, like everyone wants to go for the really crazy high noon, you know, where you get like 5 people, but you know, Sig Alt, high noon into Sig Alt.
Oh, we get the
Nanoed Ryan here, just shredding the backline. Another shatter.
Oh, she tried to
shut
drop
down
it,
the
but
fire
got shut
alt. That
down.
is too bad.
Yep. Holding them back in the spawn. Is there really anything that they can do to just get out of that and be able to push the points to the objective?
Oh, we got a high noon.
High noon and Bastion's taken out.
Got the Bastion.
Everybody's just got to press Q at the same
Reverse
time.
high
Like, look
noon
at that.
here.
There it is. He answered with his
And
own
we
high
got
noon,
the
and we got the
res.
res. So this is up for 1 for Red River. Sig has got to get his ult online.
Okay.
Sig has gotta get his ult online.
Last ditch effort.
They have to use everything. There's a huge
He got the
shatter.
hammer
Huge
down.
shatter, and he's nanoed. Big
Yep.
anti-nade.
Water ult going through.
Huge anti-nade. That
Finally
allows
made the
Recon to
break.
push some space. Absolutely huge picks.
And they stand on the point. It looks like we're getting it here.
Now we've
Here
got
is
some
the
momentum.
Bastion pick.
Now we've got some momentum
Pirate
for
ship is in
Recon.
action.
Yeah, we found the pirate ship you were looking for, and
There
it's
we go.
right
This is
there.
what
There it is.
talking
There it
about.
is. Are they going to be able to touch and contest it?
Absolutely
Probably not. He's just
tearing
getting
them up.
deleted. Well, they're contesting, but
just-
for how long? And Recon's going to... Oh, they still contested at 0.01.
Wow.
Okay,
And
they
Recon's
got
going to
it.
get to...
The pirate ship set
Let's
up and it
go.
looked like it got it in for
Wow.
him.
What a last-second cap.
With 2 minutes and 30 seconds on the clock, will they be able to make it to the second objective? Is the pirate ship going to be able to sustain the energy that it has right now,
Well,
or
you-
will it
you-
crumble?
You've
Look,
got
it's gonna be a
you got
tough
double
one.
barrier on pirate ship. I mean, that can go pretty well. I mean, you know, you just got so much barrier coverage. And
But
especially into
what
an
I'm
Ash
thinking-
Hanzo. As long as they watch
True.
their off angles, they should be okay actually with this pirate ship.
A Genji would be a
They
solid
leave
counter
him-
for this. The Genji could always
Leave
just
him
dash
out in
in
the
and
open.
Oh,
be able to
where's
use
their
his
Reiner?
counter attack.
Big Sigma ult. He takes
Pirate
out
ship goes
Recon
down.
Sigma. Probably. Oh, and a pin. Ryan out of nowhere.
Wow.
DL
I
Varsity
mean,
just
they were able to push that pretty far back.
asserting
or
control
far
over the
forward.
point.
Minute
Got
30
a
left
minute
on the
30
clock.
to get this little bit left. Last little push that I need there.
Looks like Moira's playing pretty close.
This is going to
Or
be
is that
tough.
Ash?
This is going to be
No,
tough
it's
for
fine.
Red River because of the ult economy. I mean, you've got Shatter and we've got a Bob, so it's going to be tough. And they have a lot of spam damage now.
Oh,
Yeah, there's
and
the shatter.
Hanzo
Pick coming
pulled
through there.
the.
There's the Shatter.
Mercy.
The only chance they have is to
And the Bob.
regroup and to charge Anna's and Ryan's as fast as possible. They just have to regroup and charge those as quickly as possible.
It's like they're getting wiped here once again.
We
They
got
have to get
1
that
minute.
respawn.
If they're able to just make it out of their spawn, they'll be
A
good.
Bastion setting up in spawn.
Oh, the
Unstoppable,
Reinhardt, he's just
unstoppable.
passing next to each other.
Lucas, do you think it would have been better if they switched off this Bastion a little bit earlier, or do you think the pirate ship sticking with it was a good call?
I don't hate the pirate ship. I think that the problem is you have some
Oh,
really
he's got a
some
big flank here.
really
Oh.
advanced gameplay concepts being implemented by DL Varsity with alt cycling and switching to the you know, like when you have teams that don't do things like that, you know, it's just it's really difficult.
Yep.
Like when you have advanced concepts like that where the other team just isn't aware of them, you know, like it's just gonna get really
Mercy
tough.
trying to
Card
stay on the
popping off,
point at the end.
Getting the Hanzo
Oh,
pick.
they stick on it.
Cole Cassidy getting
he
one
gets
last
shattered
pick
on
in
the point.
That's it.
overtime,
That's
and
going to
that is
DL
it.
Varsity. We're going to be going into our last round. I'm going to be taking your guys' cast feed, and you're on camera.
That
Oh,
was an
whoa, wait.
absolutely outstanding match.
I want to go back for POTG. My bad. Jaded as Genji. Let's check out this POTG.
Still
real
love
quick.
those googly eyes.
Let's check it out. Dragon Blade. Let's see
Genji
it.
ultimate.
One.
Genji's
Clean.
such a flashy champ. You love to see it.
Fantastic blade.
Just so clean. That ninja
Fantastic
aesthetic.
blade.
There's really nothing he can do against it. The moment he gets one kill, his dash resets and he's just able to keep going with it. So much mobility and it's so hard to hit.
And you guys
Definitely
are on
got
camera.
scaling potential there.
Yeah, that was an absolutely fantastic game to watch Stefan.
Pen
I
with
have no complaints.
21k damage blocked.
Wow.
21k as Reinhardt.
Insane.
That is absolutely
So
amazing.
currently in the lead is DLHS, I believe 2-0 over Red River.
2-0,
Yep.
and it's best of 5, so this could be the last match.
Red River has got to pull something back. We got to see some change of gameplay. What map are we going into here, Lucas?
We're going to be going into hybrid, so the losing team picks the map. I'm looking at the game chat. I'm waiting to see which one it's going to be. Hybrids are the mix between 2CP and escort. So it starts as a
Okay.
capture point, and then you escort the payload for the second half of the match. So those are
I
your
see.
those are your maps like King's Row. King's Row is escort. Numbani.
Interesting.
Yeah, or
This
sorry,
might
hybrid.
be a way. This here might be the way that Red River gets back into it because it seemed like they came alive a little bit with the pushing the escort. So if they can take
They
the
have,
point
yeah.
and then just be able to push it in, they might be able to bring it home.
Looks like they're requesting Eichenwald.
They got it. Oh, Eichenwald. I believe that is the one lore-wise with Reinhardt's. Well, who?
It
father?
is.
Who's
It
in
is.
the throne? Wow, look
no,
at
it's,
me
it's
knowing my lore.
one of his friends. I forget his buddy's name.
Friends.
Baldric? I think it's Baldric. Baldric, he and Ryan, like they fight together, and then
Yeah.
he ends up dying in that castle or whatever, while Ryan's
Bad.
backing up some
Spoiler
other
alert.
people. It's like a 7-minute video, man, and it came out. It came out in 2015.
Hey,
if you haven't seen it, if you
hey.
haven't seen it by now, like, come on.
I'm just saying, I
Come
watched
on.
that like a week ago. I'm not gonna lie, I watched that. It was a very good cinematic, I have to admit.
It's a
cinematics
great
are always
cinematic.
phenomenal.
Great cinematic.
I mean, all of them were phenomenal. How many years have people been wanting a movie just made by them? Just like anything. And then, lo and behold, League of Legends comes out with an entire show on Netflix, Arcane. Still fun.
oh yeah,
Phenomenal.
man, I would love to see an Arcane like show of Overwatch. I would die probably.
Oh, I would die for it. It's
No,
it-
Lucas.
like look at the cinematics alone. The cinematics alone carried the game in the beginning, and now
It's
I mean,
true.
what they're coming out with an
It's a
Overwatch
bold
2.
statement, Stefan. That's a bold statement that it carried the,
the
game alone.
cinematics.
We're gonna
so
take
good.
into the gameplay here. They're getting set up.
Now, Lucas,
might
what do
be
you
having
think? What
views.
about this team comp? What do you think about this Orisa? You thinking this is a good choice?
Let me
What
look
are
at
we
the team
looking at?
comps. What are we looking at? Orisa Diva, I'm not a big fan of. But at the same time, they're running Zarya Winston, which doesn't have much synergy either. In terms of DPS, I think that a Reaper. Well, May is also pretty good, but anything to shut down that Winston. I mean, Heisenberg's just an exceptional Winston. So anything to shut him out and deny him value. I mean, that's what Overwatch is all about. You got to just deny the enemy team value.
Yeah.
Now,
That-
what you said about that Orisa and Diva, why is that? Why don't you like those? You said in the beginning of that.
Well,
Yeah,
Orisa is very, she's very static. She has to she's very slow. She has to stay in the same
Yeah.
spot, whereas Diva's really mobile. Huge
Yeah, it
picks
seems
for
like she has the
Recon right
same
out the
problem.
gate, shutting down
Kind of
Speedwagon
like that
and
Bastion
Heisenberg.
problem we were talking about a little bit more stationary.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Has to hunker
exactly.
down and stay in that position.
Exactly. Exactly.
That was
Things are
May
crazy
looking like a
moving
good
around.
pick here. Like I personally hated playing against May. She was really annoying. Is she really good right now?
I would say that May's a good pick into the Winston, like he's not going to be able
Yep.
to kill her, just like we're seeing right now. He's trying to, and then while he's trying to get value, he can be frozen. There it is, right there. She's freezing him, but Varsity is pushing through, just getting pick after pick,
Yeah. Jeez.
asserting control over the objective.
That was a fast control point.
As soon as they cap this point, now it turns into an escort. That's why it's called hybrid.
There we go.
I gotcha.
Oh, I never knew that. I thought it was just a different way of doing the payload.
Yeah, honestly, never thought about it. I'll be honest.
Now, the more you know.
That's like payload, but longer.
I'm gonna be an Overwatch Pro after this. Yeah.
Fact, same.
Jaded looking like
Yeah,
he's
you
trying
gotta
to charge
start
his blade,
outering
and here it is.
everything.
Here's a blade one. Is he going to be able to? Takes another
Oh,
one.
Oh my gosh.
That's three.
One more? Oh.
And he gets shut down.
Oh,
there,
and he's
Yeah, that's-
frozen.
No,
Oh,
he
he's
turned it
still alive.
around on the May, Insane. He was only at 10 health.
Or
And then the
Devo,
Diva ult,
being
but
Diva
it-
bomb
Diva
blocked
blocked
by
off.
Monkey. Yeah. Well done.
By
Well done
Monkey.
by Varsity. DL Varsity, like I said, just showing right there, just their proficiency at this game.
Just love that nickname for Winston
By
there. It's perfect.
I mean, you call it what
Nice
it is.
and sweet,
you know?
short, and to the point.
I might go
feel
back
like
a little
the
bit on what I
Diva's
said
just
about
trying to
Diva. Yeah.
pick the,
Crazy.
Diva
I might go
is
back.
just ruthless.
Picking out the
I might-
Winston.
I might take back what I said, that Diva is actually a pretty good peel for the Winston in general, you know? So
Okay, okay.
Yeah, more,
they invested Zarya ult
what's
and
what's
Moira
ult?
ult going through. Carb shutting
My
down
personal favorite
the
tank was
Zar.
always the Diva, so.
Almost want to say Astra real quick. I've been playing way too
Yeah,
much
that's
Valorant
what I
in
was
my
about
free
to say.
time.
I was about to say Astra. I was like, I can't say that.
Wrong game
Reaper
here,
just
man.
Reaper investing his ult just to make sure they secure the push here. Recon just has to regroup, and they have. I would say
Reaper
that they would
TPing up.
probably want to trade out the soldier for a Kree, or sorry, a Cassidy, just to have that stun available for Monkey, for Reaper. That, I mean, hard CC in Overwatch, there's a lot of it, and it's super valuable.
Yep.
So
And very
And
annoying
you
to deal
going
with in my
through
experience.
again.
Zarya here, just Rockefeller just staggering. Too many of Red River. Red River's gonna have to regroup here. If they have any shot. And in terms of alts, it's not looking favorable for Red River right now. Alts,
Yeah,
they still have Lucio ult to answer whatever they throw at them. Monkey can be super aggressive with his ult. Rockefeller just, yeah, that's Reese, I believe. Reese just staggering people
Like we
by
haven't
pushing
seen the
forward.
Monkey
This is
quite
where the
yet in
this
this
is where the
game.
meme comes
Scary.
from. Press W to win. All he's doing is walking forward and putting pressure on them as a tank, and his team has given him enough support to do that. And you can just see the value he gets out of it.
As Valorant coach, I love to hear that pressing W does equal a win.
It does.
W-
Double kill off Heisenberg
Victory.
to secure the point.
It's a
Fantastic
skill
round
across
one.
all games. W.
W
We're
key
going
to
to
win.
see Red River on attack.
Well, it's going to be a hard one for Red River, but I'm holding out hope that they can pull this one out.
I am too. I would love to see a round taken over by them. I would love to see that.
It is going to take what looks like a miracle here. That was a huge, really fast, really good push there. So they're going to have to come back with an equal force
Very true.
as we stare at this payload.
It's assemble your heroes.
It's very nice.
You know, one of those submarine little monocles where you can look behind you. We're going to need one of those, maybe a little, binoculars. Oh, there we go.
And now Carb swatching to the swapping to the Cassidy. That's what I like to see to answer that Winston. And on top of that, they're running Reap, which is double answer for the Winston. And they're running Wrecking Ball and Roadhog, little ball and chain torture. It's a pretty viable comp.
Oh,
Great, man.
it got me laughing out here.
Why? That's what the comp's called. You guys need to play more
That's what it is.
Overwatch.
I
That's
mean,
what
we
it
got
is.
comms and Valorant, and, we can't say those.
Hey,
wow.
if
Okay.
they ban me, they ban me. It is what it is.
What's your
I meant no
team
offense.
comp, buddy?
All right, let's see this setup here. I'm a sucker for dive
I
just
would
because
say
it's fast.
I think it's fair to say that
Fast
his
and
favorite
furious.
team drum is a ball and chain torture.
It has to be this
Absolutely.
one. It has to be this one.
I actually do like
Dude,
ball
I'm a
and
little too
chain.
comfortable saying
Ball and
that.
chain is very interesting because all it is dividing attention and getting off angles, and it's really an interesting way to play Overwatch. It was the go-to comp for Overwatch League last year, so
Wow.
yeah, it was pretty intense.
Is there what's a solid counter against it, or is there even one?
So the big thing, the counter for a couple picks, 3 picks for
We got a boop.
Varsity.
Like
A
roads
boop to
going
finish
down
it.
here as
Oh, but that
well.
was an environmental actually. Okay, so the counter
Ooh.
is basically as soon as somebody makes a mistake, like if you were to play any comp in Overwatch perfectly, you wouldn't be able to punish it. So what you're doing with when you're running Wrecking Ball and Roadhog, when a team's running that comp, you need to punish them for every mistake they make, because most of the hero picks are really self-sufficient. They don't necessarily need any of their teammates to help them. So if you play Roadhog, really, that's a huge pick for Recon going into this. Speedwagon looking for the boops. Like he does, he gets one.
Getting one.
It's a
wow.
5v5 in this fight. So like Reinhardt here is going to suffer by multiple angles, right? Like he excels by blocking damage from one angle, and that's where Wrecking Ball and Roadhog, if they split the angles and attack at the same time, they can get really big value against like a Reinhardt, which looks like what they're doing. They pull him out of position.
Yeah. Wow.
Huge,
and a
huge
hit.
prediction into a shatter.
And shatter.
Wow. Wow, absolutely awesome triple
That
kill.
Very impressive to see that.
Very
Crazy
impressive
finish.
shatter. If you were in person, you would hear the audience applauding that. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, they
Probably
were
the
they were
applause for
pretty
the
loud
stream.
about
It was
that.
pretty hype.
Clapping here. Give everybody the energy on the stream. Yeah.
Torbjorn being so short, he's hiding in a bush waiting to use his ultimate.
I actually really like Red
Signal.
River's plan here of holding every alt and pressing Q at the same time. I like this.
Multiple strats, the W strat, the Q strat,
Like
and
W
just all the
keying
buttons.
and Q keying. It's all too easy.
Ooh,
Now,
I fell off the map there.
I distinctly remember Torbjorn's ultimate being mainly that he becomes enraged and his auto attacks and everything become more empowered, including his turret. What is this magma that I'm seeing?
It
You wanna
was
explain that a
it
little
was a
bit?
change. I think 2 or 3 years ago they did. It does a decent amount of DPS. I don't think it does anything to his turret anymore either.
Interesting.
Oh. The sleep going on the Torbjorn, but he's waking up right away.
I must say, I still just love to see the Lucio. It looks like there's not a ton of map hazards on this map, yet he still finds a way every now and again to get those boop kills. I love it.
Lucio is very fun to watch. I enjoy it
Definitely
every time
my
I see
personal
it.
favorite.
Finally making it on, or at least near the point this time, but they're just getting pushed back immediately. Wrecking Ball going in, using his ultimate. Trying to separate the team one by one.
Big pick
Mine
on
went down in the corner there.
double for the Roadhog. This could be big for Red River. Oh, it's more of an even fight now. Varsity answering.
Torbjorn going through
Oh, we
again.
got the hook.
They just don't want to give up this point. Diva
out of
demagged,
mech.
and he's investing Roadhog alt.
Hog ult coming
He's
down.
pushing him off the point. Will it be
Taking
enough?
the
He's gonna be
site.
able to-
Oh, the turret
Oh.
takes him out.
Wow.
And is that it? Is
Wow.
that?
Wow.
That might be. That might be. We'll see if Ball's in a position to contest.
No.
So he's not
we
gonna
got
be able to
the
get
Reaper
Fantastic
Struggling.
game. Fantastic game.
It's a good fight.
Well, congratulations in the chats by or in the chat by one of the players as they're congratulating each other.
Another play of the game from Jaded here.
Jada
Another
did
Genji
play very
play.
well. You gotta love seeing
Oh, we can
these
see what
Genjis.
happened.
That is how play of the
Getting
game
one.
works.
Yep, he's gonna get two.
That would be how.
That was an amazing blade play there. I remember we were watching that with huge reactions on that. I called it there too. I was like, play of the game right here. It was perfect.
That was an amazing game. It's
Phenomenal
unfortunate.
game by the both of them.
It's a very good game. Very fun to watch.
And closing it out here, Lucas, what would you think that the losing team here could have done better now that these games have wrapped up? Okay, but don't know.
All right, good talk. So from me, an amateur Overwatch player, I
let's go
will
to
say
Jacob. Let's-
that honestly,
Mike,
I think they both played perfectly.
ladies and gentlemen,
Not perfectly, that's a little bit over. But I think they played well. It is a little disappointing to see that nobody won. Oh, he's on stage right now, actually. He's yelling. Let's listen to him.
Oh.
Let's take it in.
Listen to him
I'll
screaming in the
stop
microphone.
stalling for him. I'll stop stalling.
If you would have told me in 2016 that I would be up here coaching Overwatch, speaking at a state tournament for these guys, it's just been huge, and I'm proud of every single one of the kids that I got to coach this season. I love you all. I know that all the coaches in every title feels the exact same. So what I want you guys to do is shake hands, and so the trophy ceremony, I believe, is at the end, but can I get a round of applause just for everyone here?
Absolutely. They did a fantastic job, both teams.
What a
Very sweet little
phenomenal
speech
speech.
there.
So heartfelt. And that's coming from all
Made
the
me
coaches.
cheer up a little bit, honestly.
I'm already crying.
He speaks for all of us there. He speaks for all of us for sure.
Yeah.
I know all the coaches do feel the same.
And editors.
been an amazing year. No.
I don't know about the editors. Not really. Not really the editors. The editors can go back in the
Well,
dungeon.
maybe the little
Yeah.
editors. Maybe a little bit at the end.
And so the editors can go back into the dungeon. This is the coach's light right now.
yeah.
All right,
What
but
are your thoughts as being one of the editors that
one of the best
is trying to
editors,
steal the
one
spotlight?
of the best
I don't know
Brett,
about best.
hey,
The
I
best
would
a
even
little-
say the second
you're
best
kinda
editor
pulling-
because Watson is
You're doing
dad
too much.
and-
You're doing too much.
I mean,
Red
my Valorant
River
videos
played
were
well,
amazing.
but
I carried Ethan's program. It was absolutely fantastic. That Valorant coach.
I'm going
Honestly,
to ignore that comment
it
and
was-
bring it over to Che. Red River played well, but it was DLHS varsity.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think we heard that in the beginning from Lucas there.
oh, we got Lucas back.
I had to go do the announcements really fast there.
Yeah, it made me tear up. It was a fantastic speech.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it. I'm going to cut us to a be right back. I want everybody in the Twitch chat to stay tuned for Valorant finals and Rocket League finals later tonight.
Yeah.
Make sure you have your notifications on, and we'll see you guys later.
All right, later.
Peace, guys.
So yeah.